The CEO pretended to be an ordinary worker and came to work at his own factory, but as soon as he arrived at the cafeteria, he was shocked to discover that all the meals here were vegetarian. The man didn't think much of it and asked the head chef for a chicken drumstick. The head chef not only said there wasn't any, but also scolded the man harshly. Seeing how rude the chef was, the man wanted to teach him a lesson. Unexpectedly, a co-worker nearby stopped him, then took the man to a table to eat. While chatting, the man learned from the co-worker that they hadn't had meat dishes in a long time. Just as the man was feeling puzzled, a rich young man walked over and sat directly next to the man. Seeing this, the chef immediately brought over a luxurious lunch. The man, seeing this, immediately asked what was going on. Unexpectedly, the rich kid said that low-level workers like them didn't deserve to eat meat. The man wanted to argue with him after hearing that, but the co-worker stopped him again. He explained that only the management got to eat meat at this factory. Regular workers were lucky just to get a meal. The man was furious after hearing this. He slammed the table and stood up. He declared that the corporation had long since allocated special funds to improve employee meals. So why was it that only the leaders got to eat meat? Who made that rule? The rich kid responded confidently, saying he made the rule himself. After all, the higher-ups couldn't control what happened here. Here, he was the boss. It turned out the rich kid was the factory director's son. He used his status to bully the workers and to punish the man. He told him to kneel and apologize. If he did, the kid would reward him with a drumstick. But unexpectedly, the man didn't give in. The rich kid, feeling embarrassed, took out his anger on the other workers as a way to intimidate the man. He declared that anyone who called him dad would get to eat a drumstick. When no one responded, he had to start calling people by name. The ones he called had no choice but to obey, since they couldn't afford to lose their jobs and their income. Facing his threats, the workers had no choice but to submit. Satisfied, the rich kid gave them the drumstick. Then he turned to scold the man. He threw a piece of meat on the ground and told the man to pick it up and eat it clean, or he'd fire him. Hearing that, the man could no longer contain his anger. Right in front of everyone, he gave the rich kid a good beating. All the employees on site were stunned. They couldn't believe that a regular worker had disciplined the factory director's son. Seeing he was beaten, the rich kid immediately called for HR to fire the man. But to his surprise, the HR manager was the man's wife. She just didn't know yet that her husband was the CEO, so she apologized to the rich kid on her husband's behalf. But the rich kid, feeling humiliated, refused to accept the apology. He directly ordered her to fire the man. Thinking how hard it had been for her husband to get a job, the woman had no choice but to beg the rich kid not to fire him. To her surprise, the rich kid agreed this time, but on one condition.